Hello and welcome everybody to round 2 of the AIRS Championship. Today we're here in San Marino for a race around Imola. I'll run you down the grid right now if you haven't already seen it. On pole position, as you can see, we have Michal Valjak. In second we have Louis Sage, then Finley Taylor in the first of the McLarens, followed by McHugh, Coburn, Murray Sr., Smith, Kopich, the man that nearly won last time out, only 9th, Reina Akikawa, Fischer, Risotto, Harvey, Gradin, Curtis, Barton, De Campo, Polk, De Jong, yes, that is Regani, Elliott, then we have Kelly, Tanius, Opner, and the other Ligier. Yes, when the labels don't serve correctly. Let's go back to the front of the grid as we get underway now. The lights are coming on. 3, 4, and we're green and we are away. Looks like a good start from Michal Valjak. Louis Sage also a good start. But it's all about the slipstream down into the first real turn coming up now. Oh, in the background there's the McLaren and the Ferrari going side by side, but it seems pretty single file. Michal Valjak maintains the lead. The two McLarens 3-4. Behind the two Williams. Speaking of the Williams, that's Louis Sage taking a look at the inside of his teammate. Good move there from Louis Sage. That's not a corner you usually see overtaking. Nor do you see overtaking through the chicane, but it seems like Thomas McHugh was making advantage of that. Okay, good. Going back up the sharp end, it's Sage with a 0.6 lead over Michal Valjak, followed by Finley Taylor, followed by Thomas McHugh, Coburn, Murray Sr., Langenberg. All good in that aspect. Ignore my AI part there. It will disappear. There it is in the background. There's a wheel flying across the track. I probably could have done that better. Anyhow, going back up for the lead, here's Michal Valjak stalking Louis Sage. No move into Tozer there. Go on board. Looking back at Valjak, maybe he'll do what Sage did to him last lap. Yes, he does. Dives up the inside into the left-hander here. That allows Taylor to close up massively. Taylor not going to make a move into the chicane there though. That would be quite unwise. Let's have a look down the order then. Oh, what is this? We've come across a big battle, including both the Benettons, the Ferrari, I see both Tyrrells, both Minardis, a Leighton House and a George. This is a battle that goes down to like 16. Indeed, it goes down to 17. De Jong looking at the inside of Barton there. Yes. Coburn, clean air at the moment. I think we can watch him at the moment. Thomas McHugh here. And up in front of him, we have Finley Taylor battling with Louis Sage here. Are we going to see a dive into Tozer? No, Sage keeps the inside, not allowing Finley Taylor to go for the move. Up front now, Michal Valjak has a 1.6 second lead over his teammate. Sage in P2. Obviously last time out he had a gearbox failure and retired, the only retirement from the Brazilian Grand Prix that we had. race winner of that New Zealand Grand Prix, Thomas McHugh, down in 4th at the moment. Probably will be expecting a little bit more as we go forward into the race. I'm sure that McHugh will gain back some of that time and challenge for this win possibly. He's had good form all year. Well, he had good form at Brazil, the one race we have had. And at the moment it's looking like Williams are quicker than the McLarens. I mean, they're 1-2. What do you expect? Go on board, lose Sage here. I thought he was looking down the straight. Does he? No, he doesn't go for one. It looks like McHugh in the background has got past Taylor. Yes, he has. Coburn still in his clean air. We have Murray Senior ahead of Langenberg, the man who nearly won out at Brazil. Brilliant driving from him. Smith once again, not a great showing from the number 28 Ferrari driver, but it's early stages at the moment on lap 3 of 21. McHugh here, getting past Taylor, he's closed back up, once again proving that he has pace. We'll go on board here. As he goes out of the corner, you can see he slightly extends that gap over Michael Valiak. Will Sage get his redemption here at Imola? Only time will tell as we enter the 4th lap of the 21 we have here today. Stewards and the FIA have confirmed that this race will be around about the 30-minute mark, or that's the plan at least. Best lap of the race at the moment is a 1:22.3. I can't see who that's set by, but we'll find out later, I'm sure. Valiak, however, stalking Sage as we go down into the chicane. Into Acqua Minerale now. Speaking of chicanes, we got one coming up here. I haven't seen any overtakes into here yet, and I'll say it's quite dangerous to overtake into that corner. You got to be very brave and very confident on the brakes. However, Valiak looking to the inside there a bit there. Coburn here, catching Taylor. Taylor's pace has dropped off now. The two Benettons here, of Murray Senior and Langenberg, they have broken away from the pack, not even a pack anymore. Smith, P8, breaking away from Alan Popich. This is a great drive from the Leighton House. Then Isabel Harvey, who showed pace in the last race, but dropped down to around about the back, the very, very back. Reina Akikawa, once again, in the Scuderia Italia. Great driving from the Scuderia Italia. I don't know where Wef Poke is. Wef Poke is down in 16th compared to the 11th place of Akikawa. We'll go on board here with, I believe this is Mitchell Langenberg, as he overtakes his teammate into the left-hander. That allows Smith to close up. Smith going up the inside, into the chicane. Doesn't make it stick, but that was brave. That was very brave indeed. He gets a bit sideways out there. I think Smith is trying to push as much as he can at the moment. Oh, that's Smith. Smith's front wing's gone. Smith's front wing has detached. We're gonna go back here. So he gets sideways out of there. He's following in behind Murray Senior, getting that side draft, and he just goes on the throttle or something there. And yeah, he's lost his front wing as a consequence. Very unlucky, or not even unlucky, it's his fault, but unfortunate from the number 28 Ferrari, once again showing that his teammate has got the better of him at the moment. Smith pulling into the pit lane to get repairs. As you can see, they put the front wing on. How long is this pit stop gonna be? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This pit stop's going on for ages. He's dropped down to the very, very back. I'm gonna cut that and pretend that never happened. As we go through the field now, we're having a look. It's Curtis Barton for sure. Poke. Big battle here for position number 8. Isabel Harvey leading the train of about 6 cars it is. Where is the other black and white Tyrrell? Risotto. What has happened to Risotto? Let's have a look, shall we? I think he's pit. Or spun or something like that. Risotto surely has had some sort of mistake. I know this is a while back we're going now. Almost 2 laps back. Yes, he has. He pit. That is right. Risotto pit. So what happened to Risotto? He had no front wing. Let's see how this happens. Was it here? No, he's already lost his wing. Is it into the hairpin? No, it's not. It's here. It's here. Does he just clout the back of Smith? Clouts the back of Smith. Then just goes into the pits after losing the time. Yeah, this was a very long pit stop, and this isn't fast forward. That was at least 30 seconds, which explains why Risotto is down in, I believe it is last place, and actually no, Smith is probably last, but Risotto, yeah, he's unfortunately ruined his race here. Yes, he's down in 25th. As we got the order here, the 2 Ligiers once again qualifying, or I can't remember if Pernay qualified for last race, but Otmar sure did. Did I say Ligiers? I meant Larousse. I'm sorry. So we have one retirement from this race, James Smith. Seemingly those, the damage to the front wing was terminal, and so his race has come to a close at about the 3rd distance mark. We'll try and talk to Smith later on and find out what happened, but at the moment it's not looking good for that number 28 Ferrari driver when his teammate, his teammate Coburn had a good race last time out, and he's had a good race this time out. We're going to go on board with Mihail Valyak, our race leader. He's been quite dominant at the moment. I haven't seen too many overtakes to get him. Looking back now, Luis Sage here under attack from the McLaren of Thomas McHugh. And that is Coburn catching up, so it might be a 5-way battle for the lead if they close up a bit, creating a pack. Who knows what might happen then. We'll go back down the order since I don't think any overtakes are going to happen at the moment. Murray Sr. has dropped 4 seconds off the back of Langenberg. Langenberg once again showing he has that pace. I saw that Weth Poke has caught and passed his teammate Reina Akikawa. That's one of the Lotuses. Feder did not qualify for this race, I believe. No, he didn't. No, she didn't. But Elliott this time qualifying in the number 12 Lotus. Going to go back up the field, and we're going to have a look at Christopher Coburn battling for P3 at the moment with Thomas McHugh's McLaren. They're going to be a move down into Toza. We haven't seen too many of those today, and we don't still. Louis Sage closing on Ralyak. We still got, half the race distance at least, so plenty of time for Sage to make that move. As mentioned before, Louis Sage had a very, very unfortunate opener with a gearbox failure in the middle of the race. I would have said that Louis Sage would have had a shot at winning that race. I really think he would have. It's just unfortunate that gearbox gave. In the background there, that's a big one. Coburn overtaken both McLarens, leading this pack. Oh, that slide from Finley Taylor. I'm going to get a replay of that. Going down into the last chicane. Look at this. Look at that slide. Beautiful from Finley Taylor. Now we're going to run on board with Thomas McHugh as he chases down Coburn. He pulls to the inside. He's going to make the move. Good move there. That is a very scary corner because it's taken flat. He just about makes it work. And that is P3 once again for Thomas McHugh. Up front is pretty stagnant between Sage and Valyak. I wonder if Finley Taylor here. Finley Taylor's going to go up the inside. Bit of contact there, but Taylor makes the move. That means McLaren have a 3-4 now. That is important. Coburn demoted to 5th. Going down the order again. Giancarlo Zacampo and the Brabham in P10. That's not bad. I don't know where Regani is. Regani down in 18th. That's not good from the Tier 2 team. I think soon, if the results don't go their way, Brabham might be demoted to Tier 3. They are... I mean, look at Regani at the moment. He's behind them. He's behind both Minardis. He's behind both Scuderia Italias. He's behind Jordan. Both Jordans. Both Leightons. Yes, certainly Brabham has not performed how I would have expected them to. After all, we saw a Tier 2 team going for the win last time out. Regardless, here's Thomas McHugh. I believe he's the fastest man on track after the gap between Sage and Valyak has kind of stagnated. It's not really going anywhere, but McHugh here. What's McHugh going to do into the braking zone? No, absolutely nothing. But down the hill, no, Sage has got better exit. Down into the left-handers. Absolutely nothing once again. I think he's waiting for the opportunity to unfold on the straight. Maybe he's going to dive to the inside here. No, he does not. Into the last chicane. Bit of a slide there from McHugh. That compromises his exit up the big straight. Through Tamburello now. And everyone has spread out a little bit, if I'm honest. Joseph Murray Sr. here. He's not too far off of Langenberg. With sarcasm there. No, he's in the middle of nowhere, Murray. 5.7 away from Langenberg and 12 seconds back to Isabel Harvey. He really is going to have a boring afternoon. But here's something that's not boring. That's Thomas McHugh making the move on Sage. Can McHugh now drive after Valyak? I wonder indeed. I think he's got the pace to do so. I think in a few laps time we may have a new leader. That's my prediction at least. That McLaren seems rapid at the moment. I'm just going to go silent as we listen to that V8. It's got quite a raspy tone. Bit of a drift through there. That was brave. Through Tamburello we go. Michal Valyak is our race leader. 1.3 seconds up over the McLaren of Thomas McHugh, over the other Williams of Sage and Taylor. Ball in the background, that's Langenberg. Is he going to go around the outside of Coburn? I don't think so, surely not. No, he doesn't. Not the exit he would have liked. So, provisionally, P5 we have Coburn with our 6th place driver Langenberg, Murray Sr. in a lonely 7th, Harvey 8th, Kopich 9th, De Jong 10th, Gradin 11th, 12th for Giancarlo De Campo, Pokin 13th, Akikawa 14th, for sure rounding off the top 15 and 15th, Curtis 16th, Barton 17th, Brigani 18th, Kelly 19th, Perne 20th, Opner 21st, Geary 22nd, Connor Elliott 23rd. That is the AGS being caught by Risotto, unsurprisingly, but that is Zeddy Tanius in 24th, Risotto 25th, and James Smith is out of the race. If he got restarted now, it would be 7 laps down. Going up the order now. Who shall we take a gander on? Let's take a gander on Langenberg. I think he's made that stick around the outside this time, copying what he did last lap. And into the left-hander, yes, he has got it stuck. P5 for the Benetton driver. Been very impressive so far this year. I think we've got a good future in store for Michel Langenberg. Coburn trying to get that position back, but absolutely, in fact he's still trying into the chicane. I'm sorry, the Italian thinks there's room there. There most certainly isn't. But here's Finley Taylor and Louis Sage. Finley Taylor getting 3rd place there. Valyak has built a slight gap. It's a 2-second gap over the McLaren. As we enter lap 16, we're probably around the 2/3 distance now. I think Valyak might have this one sorted. I genuinely do. He's been consistently quick all race. He hasn't lost the lead since the early stages. See, he's even building the gap up over McHugh. He's now 2.7, which basically he gains 7 tenths in one sector. My goodness me, he's extracting everything out of the number 6 Williams. Finley Taylor now is only 1.4 behind his teammate. I think that'll be added motivation to want to overtake his teammate. I think he will do, actually. I think Taylor has got the pace to do so. As it stands, I believe McHugh would lead the championship after 2 rounds, even if Taylor were to overtake. I'm going to go on board with Valyak. He's built that gap to 3 seconds now. Goes through the last chicane. Up the straight, he sets at 24.2. 24.6 for McHugh. 22.8 from Taylor. That is the quickest on the track. Sacher with 24.6. Langenberg 22.7. 22.9 from Coburn. 22.8 from Murray Senior. Murray Senior managing to catch up these guys after being down like 5 seconds a few laps ago. Is this Murray Senior's second win? I believe so. Clearly has something more left. As we look now, battle for P2 between the 2 McLarens. Thomas McHugh with that notable and recognisable yellow helmet. Finley Taylor with a darker helmet, so you can tell the difference even without the labels. We have the benefit of having the labels though. I believe I saw a back marker a little up further. Yes, that is Zeddy Tanius. McHugh and Taylor. Taylor looking up the inside here. Drifts into that corner beautifully. Though that's not the quickest way around the corner there. Finley Taylor looking up the inside here. Taps wheels with McHugh. And Taylor's going to send it around the outside. Yes, he does. Is he going to get the exit? I don't think so. I think McHugh is just going to keep that position. Yes, indeed he does. He's got the inside into the left-hander. All of this lets Michal Valyak, he's now 4 seconds in the lead. And with 3 laps to go, it seems pretty impossible for anyone to catch Michal Valyak at this point. Sage up the inside into the chicane. Goes around the outside, that is P3 for the Williams. Coburn here is being caught by both the Benettons. I think Benetton here are on for a decent point haul once again. As the 4th best team, I don't expect too much of them, but they've been the surprise of the season at the moment. No Langenberg heroics coming to P2 though. McHugh, 2.7 behind Michal Valyak with 2 laps to go. Seems as if Zeddy Tanius has got he has got out of the way of Michal Valyak. Thomas McHugh, he probably will catch the AGS, but I'm sure that won't faze him. The others though will not catch the AGS. It is a pure battle on track. Seems like the Benettons have been going at it and they've held themselves up so much that they've allowed P3, 4 and 5 to get away. Coburn getting back into P4, overtaking the number 2 McLaren. Thomas McHugh has got past Zeddy Tanius. I don't think he's caused too much trouble, unlike one certain DeBacker last race. I'm glad that Zeddy Tanius has a brain. On board with Sage. Last chicane here. Clean as you like, really. Not even a hint of oversteer. Set at 23.2 that lap. 24.3 from the Ferrari. With a 25.9. That's quite slow from Finley Taylor. And I think I jinxed Mihail Valiak. Thomas McHugh has caught him. It's 0.7 between the leaders. This is the penultimate lap as well. Mihail Valiak has to hold on for 1.5 more laps if he wants to win the San Marino Grand Prix. However, Risotto in front of them is going to be a nuisance, possibly, if he slows up. I think he is just far enough ahead, but I could be wrong. After all, he isn't in a slow car, he won't come back to them that quickly. McHugh here. I think we're going to have to go on board with McHugh as we go down the straight. As we enter the final lap of the race. 1 lap to go. He sits in the slipstream on lap 20 of 21. Or the final lap, in other words. He's going to look on the inside into the right hand kink. They lift slightly. He's going around the outside. Was that the exit he wanted? I don't think so. Mihail Valiak is going to maintain the lead. Mihail Valiak has got half a lap to hold on. He's held on for most of the race. He's tried ever so hard to gap the others. And it might all come down to the final sector. Thomas McHugh searching for his 2nd win of the season. Mihail Valiak looking for his first. I think Valiak might have this. There isn't any massive overtaking spots now. McHugh a bit far back to go into the left-handers here. He's gone wide. He's trying to get the exit here. Is he going to look? No, he doesn't. He sticks in the slipstream. I think this is going to be win for Mihail Valiak. Thomas McHugh, you can see he was pushing out that last corner, but Mihail Valiak wins the San Marino Grand Prix. In P2, Thomas McHugh, Louis Sage P3. It looks like Coburn got P4 with a close behind Finley Taylor, Langenberg P6, P7 for not Zeditanius but Murray Senior, Isabel Harvey finishing 8th. Alan Kopich, what a drive from Leighton House. He finishes P9. In the last corners, that's Rain Akikawa pushing, but De Jong gets 10th. Akikawa 11th. Wef Pope 12th. To Campo 13th. Grady 14th. Curtis 15th. Barton is going to come home 16th from Minardi with 17th going to Shaw. Regani, unluckily, he's come 18th. Not a good result from the Brabham. We come back to Cian Kelly, who's holding off Patrick Pernay and Amir Opner to bring home 19th, 20th and 21st respectively, with Marcos Aguirre coming 22nd. That is Connor Elliott. Good result from the Tier 5 team. That is 23rd. Risotto pitting on the last lap. Oh wait, no, he was a lap down, wasn't he? And Zeditanius hasn't yet finished, but he's 25th. Oh no, he was a lap down as well. So, that is the finish, or that is the end of the San Marino Grand Prix. Thank you for Imola for being such a great host of this race. Another brilliant race. So, James Smith, yeah, confirmed. 15 laps from the end, that is where he ends. And there's your final classification with Michael Valiak winning by 0.1 over McHugh, 0.8 back to Louis Sach, Christopher Coburn and Taylor going 4-5, and Langenberg P6, Murray Senior P7, with Isabel Harvey rounding off the point scorers. Full results will be posted shortly, but from me that is the end of this video and the end of this race. I'll see you next time, where we go to, I believe it's Monza. And thank you ever so much for watching. Goodbye.